Hello everybody! It has been a while since I put up my last couple of videos. That was about half a year ago, 6 months ago or so. It was the John Byrne run from Fantastic Four. This time we are going to step back a little ways and we are going to go to the Lee Kirby run. So, starting out, we are going to do the countdown backwards. It is going to be torture and tease time again. Yes, it has been a long time, and I'm counting down backwards. Because I know a lot of you would probably want to see some of the earlier stuff. But we'll start with 102, raw copy right here. Not the best copy in the world, but a decent copy nonetheless. Can't complain about it. 102. CGC 9.4, very nice copy, off-white to white pages, and this is the Northland Pedigree copy. Moving on to number 100, CGC 9.4, again a decent copy of this one. This is off-white pages. Not bad. Cannot complain about this one either. Got this one for a really good price a couple of years ago, so couldn't pass up on that one. Then we have a raw copy of number 99. Looking to be fine plus very fine, somewhere in that range. Very decent copy. I've had this copy about 20 years or so. A little more than 20 years actually. Good copy. Good copy. Let's slide this over to this side. Number 99, CGC 9.6, white pages, very nice copy. Very nice copy indeed. Cover's not quite as white as I would like it to be, but overall very nice book. Very nice book. No pedigree on that one. Number 98, in a 9.6, off-white to white pages. Decent copy, a little bit off-center, a little bit aggravating in that regard, but I mean, a nice copy. Nice copy though. 9.6 will always work in this range. Raw copy of a 97. Decent copy. Again, a book that I've had for 20 plus years, 25 years, maybe even closer to 30 on this copy. Not a very high grade, but a good copy nonetheless. Great colors on it still. Then we have a number 97, CGC graded, a 9.6 with the old label. And this one is white pages. Very nice copy here. Fairly well centered. Once again, it's the old label on this one. I like the old labels. It seems that they were a little bit tougher on some of their grading back in that day and age. I could be wrong. Maybe I've just gotten some unlucky draws on the books. Who knows? Okay, there is no 96 currently, amazingly enough. I seem to have traded off my raw copy of that at one point, or sold it off. I have a 95. Not very good shape. It looks better in the Mylar than it actually is. There's some stains on it, lots of creasing in the cover, but it is a copy of 95. Once again, bought that one about 30 years ago. Alright, we have a number 94. We also have a raw copy of 94. Fairly decent condition. I would put this in a fine plus. Overall decent copy. Can't complain about that one either. Once again, another old one. All these raw books are going to be over 20 years old. I've had them all 20 years minimum. Okay, we have a 94 and 9.6 white pages. Beautiful copy on this one, and this one happens to be the Twin Cities pedigree copy. Very beautiful book. Excellent book. Centering is just really nice on that one. A little bit above average on that one. Here we have a 93 raw copy. I put this one in a very fine minus, maybe a very fine, a solid very fine, very good looking book overall. Once again, I've had that one about 20-25 years. And we have a number 93 CGC off-white to white pages, a 9.4. And those two books are comparable when they're put next to each other, very comparable. So it's a very nice book on the raw book. I think there's a little bit more like finger damage, stuff like that to it than a 9.4 would warrant from CGC. Well, we have a number 92. I like this cover. I like all these kind of newspaper, like flyer type covers from the Fantastic Four. This one not in too hot a shape. The interior's pretty beat up, and the spine is not looking so hot down the side. It's the only copy I have of this right now, so it's just going to have to do. I'm always looking to upgrade or trade or get a slabbed copy. Okay, we have a number 91. Good, solid, very fine. The only problem with it is the pages are they're tanning. They're not going to be, they are tanning. In fact, there's a lot of books from this early Lee Kirby run that I know came from the same collection here in Denver, and all of them have tanning to browning pages. It's very sad, but the condition of them is very high grade. We have a 92. It's number 91. My bad, in a 9.2. Yes, that'll throw you off, won't it? In a 9.2, this one's white pages. Once again, the centering on this one drives me a little bit crazy, but at least it's evenly off center on the cover wrap. And it does have the date stamp up top. And I know there's some collectors that it drives them crazy having the date stamp up there. I think, the original date stamp to me from back in the day, it's kind of a nostalgic thing, because you would never see that these days. Alright, right here, number 90, raw copy, really beat up. Looks much better than it actually is in the Mylar. But this one I've had trouble tracking down a nice copy for a price I'm willing to pay that's slabbed. So I've kind of stepped away from that for now. One will come up eventually, though. I'm not too awfully concerned about that. It will cross my paths eventually. Alright, we have number 89, very nice, very fine plus. This copy is very nice, a very, very nice copy. I've actually been debating on whether or not I should send this one in and have it graded, because it's a very nice copy. I might end up selling that one. This one's a solid, very fine plus. I think they would probably pull it out at a 9.0. I mean, it's a very sharp copy, very sharp copy. And that came from that same set that the tanning one came from a couple of issues back. We have an 89, that's a 9.4, already graded, off white to white pages. Old label on this one, once again, with the small writing, and this one is the Oakland pedigree. Alright, here we go. A bunch of copies of this one, number 88. This is kind of what I would consider a true reader copy. It's I would put it in just a nice, solid, fine condition. Nothing special about this one. Just a good, solid book, good, solid reader copy. And then I upgraded this one back in the day. This one is a near mint. And it should be pretty much of a near mint. And incidentally, this is the last 12-cent cover price of this book. But this is a good, solid copy. This is another candidate I've been thinking about sending in to have graded, just to see what CGC comes out on it. It's a good, sharp, solid book, though. Really solid, so very tempting. We have another 88. Copy number 3. This is a 9.4. CGC graded, off white to white pages. And this one is... make sure I remember which pedigree that is. That's the Northland pedigree. So as you can see from some of this later part of the collection, there are plenty of pedigrees. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot I had this one. Another CGC. This one is a 9.2. Off white to white pages. I totally forgot I had this one. I got this one for a ridiculously cheap price. Couldn't pass it up, and then I upgraded to the Northland copy. I totally forgot about this, but yeah, some of this I would not mind trading or selling off, just in general, to get rid of some of the duplicates and then upgrade some stuff. But that's not really super high on the priority list. Okay, we have a number 87. Very fine plus near mint, once again from that same collection. A lot of the ones you're going to see with the notes on top of the backing board are from that same collection. This one's slight tanning to it, as you can see, but it was a very good run of Fantastic Four. Very high grades from way back in the day. Picked them all up for a good price. This is one I may send in one of these years, possibly, but who knows. Alright, and then we have an 87 CGC off-white to white. And it is, if I remember correctly, this is from the Slobodian collection. It's not a pedigree, it's a collection. If I'm remembering correctly, I'm pretty sure it's this issue. I have it notated somewhere. Alright, we have an 86, good classic cover from this era. Dr. Doom, all big over the Fantastic Four. Not very good shape. I put it in about a solid fine, maybe a VG plus fine. Decent copy though, good reader copy. And then we have a CGC 92. This is white pages. The only issue I have with this is the cover is not quite as sparkly white as I would like. It's a little bit off-white on the cover, but what can you do? You know, very sharp copy. Alright, number 85, a very fine plus, once again from that same collection. This one, the page quality is much better. I would put it off white to white. Much better. Wow, the glare on the Mylars is brutal. You're going to have to excuse the glare on some of this because my lighting situation is not the greatest. One of these days I may get a lighting setup and re-film some of this. But that's not in the near future. We have an 85. This one is a near mint 9.4. This is off-white pages, just straight across. And this is an old label, and this is the Pacific Coast pedigree. Or I think there's multiple pack coasts of a lot of these issues. But it's a 9.4. Very nice copy, nonetheless. I like the pedigree stuff. I have been making an attempt to put in one of every pedigree in this Fantastic Four run, and I'm getting there pretty quick. There's a few that I don't have. 84 raw copy, pretty beat up. I put this in about a VG plus, VG fine maybe. Overall, though, decent copy. Nice reader copy once again. And then we have an 84 9.2. Of course, this one's a solid copy. I mean, it's graded by CGC, so. And that one's off white to white pages. The corners on it, very consistent. The cover wrap is a little bit off, but I can live with that. I can definitely live with that. Number 83. 9.4, off white to white pages. This one is a Stan Lee signature series. I'm not too big on signature series on some of the older stuff, especially the higher grade stuff, but this is late enough in the run that doesn't really bother me so much. But I hate seeing people get some books that are extremely difficult to find in high grade, like your, I know there's at least one Fantastic Four 48 in 9.8 that's signature series. And I don't understand why you do that. There's only about 28 of them in existence, so I don't quite get that, but hey, to each their own, I guess. You know, who am I to judge that? Alright, number 82. Great Inhumans cover on this one. I've always loved this cover. This is right after Crystal joins the Fantastic Four. Pretty decent shape, this one. Not terrible, not great. Sorry if the glare is getting awkward once in a while on the camera. I'm trying to look at the book and the camera and trying to keep the glare to as minimal as I can. That's the raw copy, but yeah, I really love this cover. And this is the graded copy, 9.6. And that is white pages in a pretty decent white on the cover. Not the greatest, though. It could, in my estimation, be a little bit whiter. But hey, what can you do? You know, they apparently have their grading standards for a reason. And it seems to be fairly consistent on some things. I'll show you some other ones when we get lower in the run. or things aren't quite as consistent. Wow, you can see the reflection of the camera lens on this one, everything. This cover is really nice because it's almost a quasi like 3D cover. It's a very nice cover, very nice Kirby cover. And here we go, one of my favorite issues, Crystal Joins the Fantastic Four. This is number 81, raw copy. Once again, I put it maybe in a low fine, possibly a solid fine. I mean, it's a pretty good copy overall. And then we have CGC 94, old label. And then we have a date stamp on the cover. I was reading that real quick. It's a date stamp on the cover. It's actually extremely difficult to see, but it's it's actually right across Crystal's crotch, of all things. Oh my goodness, and this one's off-white to white pages. Good copy. I was very glad to get that one. I got that one for a really, really good price. So, certain things you just don't pass up. We have a number 80 and very fine. I'm really thinking about getting this one graded. This one, for some reason, sells for more of a premium, and I'm not exactly sure why. I think it may be the black cover. Is probably most of it. From this era, quite difficult to find some of these black covers that are still really glossy like that one is. And then we have the 80 CGC 96 white pages. Very sharp copy. Very, very, very sharp copy. Wow, I'm getting very attuned to seeing the camera and the reflection now on the Mylars. That's funny. Wonder how much it's going to show up in the video. I may have to refilm this. If not, then I won't. I would really like to actually, I think I may have to do some comparison with this one and this one. Because this one actually looks really glossy in the Mylar. I'm not exactly sure how it'll look out of the Mylar. I think a lot of you know that when you put a book in Mylar, it will make it look really good. Really, really good most of the time. Alright, we have a number 79, and this is a 9.4. It's off-white to white pages. A really nice copy right here, and this is the Pacific Coast copy. Somebody tried to peel the sticker off before it was mine. I don't know why you would do that. Because they're not doing those stickers anymore. Which I liked it. I just thought it was something neat to put on there. And I think on that note, guys, we are going to wrap this one up. Because this video is going to run a little bit longer. I am going to try to get the rest of this set up, or at least this run anyway, up here fairly quickly. There won't be a torture break like there was the last time. But I thank you all for watching. Please leave a like on the video. It helps me out a lot. Comment. That would be always nice. Let's get some discussions going. And subscribe if you guys want to see more content. Otherwise, it will come very, very, very rare. And when I say very rare, it could be very rare. It could be very few and far between when you see videos from me. Anyway, thanks guys. Have a good day. See you later. Bye.